Okay, so hello everyone. This is gonna be just a quick little analysis, kind of look at the Mortal Kombat X Combat Pack 2 gameplay trailer. It literally came out like 2 hours ago. I've watched it a couple of times now. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description to the actual video because I'm just gonna go ahead with the kind of analysis. But yeah, let's have a look. 4 characters. Of course, we know that first one is Leatherface, Triborg, Mr. Boraicho, and the Alien. So I like this because this actually shows some gameplay and variations, so it's definitely gonna start the speculation on how these characters are gonna play. I gotta say, the Alien looks pretty cool. I like that they kind of changed his design in that they made him a little bit more humanoid, because I guess they kind of needed to do that in order to fit in with the Mortal Kombat gameplay. But yeah, this Leatherface is a weird one. I guess a lot of people didn't really expect this choice, and I didn't expect it either. Like, I'm pretty sure not a single person was ever asking for Leatherface to be in the combat pack. I mean, I know people were asking for Fujin, Sindel, a bunch of characters that are actually MK characters. But I guess the breakdown of all the combat packs are gonna be 2 guest characters and 2 MK characters. But Leatherface, I don't know, man. Just looking at this now, I still don't really see how this is going to be any different from Slasher Jason. I mean, if you go back, you kind of look at this gameplay here. He even has like the same red... He even has like the same kind of red aura around his weapons that Slasher Jason has. He also has a hammer, I guess, which is a different variation, maybe. Got a glimpse of his X-ray. But I don't know, man. I just feel like he's not going to be different from Jason. And then, do we really need another Jason? I don't know. He might still be good, but he's the one I'm least excited about, and I'm probably not alone in that. Next up, Triborg. Triborg is probably what people want the most. I see a lot of hype for this character, and I can definitely see why, even though I haven't played much of MK9 back in the day. I wasn't really into fighting games back then, but I get why people kind of really like Sector, Smoke, and Cyrax. And it looks like the third robot, which people were kind of speculating on who it was gonna be, is Smoke. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I mean, they're definitely not gonna feel like 3 separate characters. I mean, I think the people who are hoping for that are kind of going to be disappointed. This is not going to be 3 different characters. This is going to be 3 characters with similar moves but kind of different properties to each move. Like, I can see that they're each going to have a teleport. You can kind of see Sector's teleport at the start and Smoke's. So I think they're each going to have a teleport, some kind of projectile. I guess Cyrax is going to have the bombs. Smoke is probably going to have some sort of like smoke bomb, and Sector is gonna have the missiles, and I think they're each gonna have also like some kind of grab, like, you know, the net, like Cyrax's net, like here what's his name, Smoke has that. But I think like I said, they're not gonna be 3 separate characters, but still, it's a really interesting idea. I think it's a better choice than having Sector, Smoke, and Cyrax as 3 separate characters. And yeah, Boraicho. First of all, this confirms that there is going to be a new stage. This is the pit, I think it's called. I'm not too familiar on classic MK, but I'm pretty sure that this is the pit. And don't know if this is going to be the only new stage. I would like for there to be more, because that's always good, you know, having more stage variety. Boraicho, probably the one I'm most hyped about in this combat pack. I don't know, he just kind of seems different from anyone else in MK with his kind of like slapstick. But I do like that they're kind of, it seems like they're kind of mixing it up. So from what I've seen, like you can see he's using his cane here. It looks like he's gonna have a variation where he uses the farting and vomiting. But I think he's also gonna have like a more melee focused variation. Like this one maybe. And then he's gonna have one where he uses the cane. But yeah, Boraicho looks interesting. I guess, yeah, that's his X-ray. Again, probably the one I'm most hyped about. Fucking fart cancels. I like that grab. I think that's his grab, which looks really cool. So yeah, Boraicho. I like that they kind of kept it silly, but they also made him a little bit more serious. And then finally Alien. Again, I wasn't really excited about Alien before, but this kind of changed my mind because first of all, he looks very quick. He looks extremely fast, and this is what I'm really curious about. I'm guessing this is going to be one of his variations. I'm guessing one variation is going to be maybe all melee focused. One is maybe going to be like trap focused using these eggs and the face huggers. And as you can see, this is really interesting. Kind of playing into the dynamics that the alien is it's a species, not necessarily a single character. Here you can see he calls in another alien, which is really interesting. And this is the variation where he uses the Baraka claws. And this is his fatality, or part of his fatality. You kind of get a glimpse of everyone's fatality here. Really cool. Again, you saw the teleport there for Smoke. So yeah, this is the cast, and this is Kombat Pack 2. Interesting. I think, again, I don't want to start shit, but I feel like Leatherface is kind of a wasted opportunity here. They could have literally picked anyone else. I mean, did we really need another horror character? One that I think is probably not gonna be that distinguishable from Jason. I mean, it's another hulking kind of guy with a weapon. But I don't know, where is his thing? Again, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Leatherface. But the other three, are really cool. Triborg is probably going to be really awesome. And I have a feeling that he's also going to be really powerful. So far in this combat pack, the Alien and Triborg look to be really strong. But I don't know, Boraicho and Leatherface might do it as well. I feel like with Leatherface, because horror characters tend to be on the slower side, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to make him viable. You see how weak Jason is currently in the game. So hopefully they're going to not fall into the same trap with Leatherface. But the other three look pretty strong, and who knows? I'm pretty sure Tanya surprised everyone by pretty much being one of the strongest characters in the game. So who knows? Boraicho might do it as well. Hopefully they don't go too overboard. I mean, NetherRealm does tend to make the DLC characters, if not overpowered, they always tend to be on the top end of the tier list. So I really hope they kind of balance it out. I mean, the game is pretty good in terms of balance already. So hopefully none of these characters are going to be too terrible. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. I don't know why that spear thing reminds me of Scorpion. Again, this is who I'm most excited about. Fucking Boraicho. It's gonna be cool, I think. This cane variation looks really interesting. And grab people out of the air and shit. But yeah, that is MKX Kombat Pack 2. I think it's coming out, I don't even know when. March, April? I don't know. Probably I'm not gonna purchase the combat pack itself because I always tend to wait and see what a character is like because, like, even with Combat Pack 1, I was not excited for Tremor at all. But then I ended up really liking him and things like that. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this kind of analysis of Combat Pack 2 for MKX. Thanks for watching, and I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye.